Hello people, you are welcome back once again to another interesting episode on Nutri-Diet with Sapoma Kuma. On today's episode, I come with a new energy because right here you can see what we have. So stay glued, do not go anywhere. We are going to discuss an interesting topic that you will find interesting. Do you know that energy drinks don't actually give you energy at all? It tricks your brain, making you think you are not tired. Any beverage that contains high level of stimulant ingredients, usually caffeine and sugar and other supplements, is termed as energy drink. Some common types on our local markets are Lucozade, Rush Energy Drink, 5-star drinks, Ram Energy Drink, and we have other canned ones like Blue Jays, Red Bull, and Rocks Energy. Let's look at how energy drinks work. Naturally, when you are awake, a chemical called adenosine accumulates in your brain, and this adenosine binds with its receptors, which tends to slow down brain activities. Now, the more adenosine there is, the more tired your brain feels, which makes sense actually, as the longer you are awake, the more fatigued you become. Structure of caffeine is incredibly similar to adenosine, so when you take an energy drink with higher concentration of caffeine, the caffeine moves through your bloodstream, gets to compete or bind with adenosine receptors. But because the caffeine isn't adenosine, the sleepy effect will not be felt, thus making you feel active. So to reverse this action to feel normal again, simply you need to have a good rest. And this adenosine level will decline again. But the demand of our daily schedules and activity doesn't actually allow rest, so we tend to depend on energy drinks to go on with our schedules. The natural process of keeping awake for long and getting tired will be distorted because adenosine, which is supposed to alert the body when it needs rest, has been replaced by caffeine, which is actually working in an opposite direction. The main ingredients that makes a drink distinct and stand out as an energy drink are caffeine, glucose syrup, taurine, and some other vitamins. Most dominated ingredients and its effect on the human body is what we're going to look at, and that is caffeine. As part of the laydown procedure to get your products, specifically energy drinks, registered by the Food and Drugs Authority, it's mandated to indicate the amount of caffeine in that particular energy drink. I'm very sure with time they will be able to standardize the amount of caffeine each product on the market can contain. But until then, I'm here to alert you to take notice of caffeine content in energy drinks and abstain if it's unnecessarily high. Some manufacturers are smart enough to disguise caffeine content in energy drinks by giving it other names that consumers are not familiar with. Watch out for names like dark chocolate, black tea extract, camellia sinensis. Mostly a bottle or can of energy drink ranges from 350 milliliters, 380 milliliters, and rarely 500 milliliters because it's within this range that can contain amount of caffeine which is not harmful. In fact, it's mandatory to indicate on your product as high caffeine content if the caffeine is more than 200 milligrams. Caffeine's effect on the body is very quick. After taking an energy drink, the caffeine effect reaches its peak levels in the body within 30 minutes to an hour. After 3 to 5 hours, it reaches half-life. That is when half of the caffeine taken will be broken down by the body to produce activeness it requires. The other half can stay in the body for a very long period of time. Why do people take energy drinks? Well, let's have a look at this.
And one of the reasons why I take energy drinks is to, when I want to study or when I want to engage my mind to be active, or if I don't want to sleep, I take it because of the caffeine content in it. I take energy drinks so that I can be active with my energy level. I'm able to study for a long time, and also when I take in energy drinks, it doesn't allow me to sleep or doze off when learning. Energy drinks always help me do any active work whenever I don't want to feel lazy or feel any dizziness. It means the energy level like I want to study or anytime I play. But one thing I observe about energy drink, after taking it, I start to lose the energy.
Really?
Yes, I start to lose the energy. You can testify from these footballers and all those people who take energy.
Okay.
When you take energy drinks, immediately after let's say exercising, you feel
very weak again.
Okay. It means that
and when you take it, it gives you the energy what you want to do. But right after the exercise, you feel very weak.
You feel very low.
Alright, thank you very much.
We all heard that right. There are different reasons why different individuals will opt for an energy drink over water. But putting all those individual submissions together, we conclude that energy drinks are widely consumed because of its ability to raise alertness and concentration for our daily activities and studies. Have you ever thought of why you crave for another bottle of energy drink once you begin to take it? This is because caffeine in energy drink now begins to replace activity of adenosine. Your brain will have to adjust and respond by creating more adenosine receptors, which means more caffeine is required to bind with these extra receptors before the body can feel the maximum activeness required. This causes the body to crave more of the caffeine to satisfy the signals from the receptors. Therefore, you can take 2, 3, or 4 servings of energy drink at a go. Before looking at the dangers or side effects of caffeine, we shouldn't just sideline and condemn energy drinks. It can actually have a positive effect on your reaction, mood, and mental performance. Caffeine works best when you take it on an intermittent basis or once a while. Caffeine becomes less effective when you consume it on a daily basis because your body builds up tolerance to it. The normal dose of caffeine that is enough to keep you alert and focused is within 50 to 200 milligrams. Don't forget, these amounts can be found in just one serving, or simply put, one bottle of energy drink. You remember it was mentioned earlier that caffeine has a shelf life of 3 to 4 hours. Great. So after these hours, the rest of the caffeine can be stored in the body for a long period of time. Imagine taking caffeine every day. You should know that there will be accumulation of excess caffeine, which will increase the caffeine content in your body above threshold, and this stimulates the production of adrenaline. You know what this is? That's the fight or flight hormone, which increases your heart rate by increasing rate at which your heart pumps blood, leading to hypertension, a major risk factor to chronic diseases. Caffeine has diuretic effect, which increases your frequency of urination. This can lead to dehydration in extreme cases and can be harmful to people who take this product without compensating it with extra water. Furthermore, a massive rise of caffeine in your blood affects dopamine levels, making you feel unnecessarily happy. In fact, this is the exact same thing cocaine has that makes you feel super high, feeling on top of the world. Aside the negative effects of caffeine in energy drinks, another concern is their high sugar content. These sugars include glucose, fructose, sucrose, and corn syrup. A nutritional comparison shows that a 350 milliliter of Coca-Cola drink contains 39 grams of sugar against 41 grams in same bottle of energy drink. Consuming high sugar drink of any kind can lead to weight gain and risk of diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and gout. Now, if you are tired after a day's work, just have a good sleep. Sleep within a short period of time is healthier to restore all energy you need to continue your activity than bottles of energy drink. Both men, however, can take energy drink 30 minutes before the said vigorous activity, because at the end, the body will be able to expend whatever caffeine that has been taken in because of the intensity of energy expenditure. People with high blood pressure, diabetes, and congenital heart disease are advised to do away with caffeinated drinks, precisely energy drinks. You, a student trying to study, an office worker trying to keep active for the day, when tired, take a rest. And even in those moments of pressure, a cup of coffee may be better. I hope after watching today's episode, you will be more cautious with your intake of energy drinks. Please don't forget to like my channel, watch our videos, and leave your comments in the comment section. Of course, follow share the link to friends as well. So we come your way once again. Keep safe, protect yourself, and stay healthy.